Hey everybody, I'm QB for Culturalist Theory, and today we are ranking the 5 studio album catalog of Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Chrisette Michele. This list will not include any of her mixtapes or EPs out in the wind, but if you want to share your thoughts on any of them, please do in the comments below. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video in your group chat. Also, super thanks are super appreciated. With all that out of the way, let's get to it. Number 5, Let Freedom Reign. Michele's third album was released in the year following her sophomore project and kicks off with its lead single, I'm a Star. Although Ne-Yo co-wrote and is heard on the bridge of the track, it doesn't quite hit like their previous effort together. However, the other track he helped write, So Cool, is pretty catchy. Expanding his role on the production side, Chuck Harmony provided all of the music this go around. The John Legend and Jasmine Sullivan penned I Don't Know Why But I Do is one to check for and may leave you secretly wishing for the version that all three of them sang on. The album title track is the true standout here, featuring Talib Kweli and Black Thought, who also teamed up in 2008 on the Roots album Rising Down. We did a rundown of their catalog too, and if you missed it, don't worry, we'll link to it at the end of this video. Rick Ross, the boss, leaves his mark on So In Love with a hook and melody that's quite infectious, but after that, you can pretty much turn this one off and check out her other music. This was her lone album that peaked outside the top 5 on the hip hop and R&B charts at number 7, and with that being said, let's go ahead to the next one. Number 4, Milestone. Almost entirely produced by Blicky Blaze, Chrisette's most recent studio album dropped nearly 3 years to the day of her prior one. Going the independent route through her own rich hipster label, go right past the standard version for the deluxe instead. While not all 7 of the bonus tracks are worthy, there's certainly more to enjoy than not. Private Destination and My Body are sure to get you hot and bothered, but the final song, Ebony, is the hottest of the extras as she coos about her curves being the same poison you've been warned about before.
Curvilicious, love me all. I'm your ebony cup, bottle beauty queen, yeah, me.
The overall production on Milestone is very solid. It's just a matter of which beats are best with Chrisette's vocals and concepts. The best examples include Soulmate and Equal, once again featuring Rose. Blog bashers and Graham Goons are addressed in fine fashion on These Stones, and then Michele hits a couple of high notes on Meant to Be as a slight flex. In the interest of transparency, she lets us know that although it might seem cool being single, happily clutching Prada bag handles in place of a man's hands is bogus on Indie Girl. Unfortunately, the amount of filler is too close to the amount of goods on here, such as Reinvent the Wheel, Diamond Letter, or Edge of the Bar, to name a few. Throw in the fact that there's no "that's my jam" type of song on here, and that's gonna be the reason that Milestone holds the next to last milestone on this list. So you may have been wondering, what happened to Chrisette Michele? Why haven't we really seen much of her since the release of her last studio album? Well, there was that time she performed for a certain former president's inauguration ball that single-handedly derailed her career. And, yeah, she claimed to have accepted the offer to perform there as an opportunity to build a bridge between our fractured nation, but absolutely nobody was trying to hear that one. Whatever kind of ganja she was able to get her hands on, say it with me. We don't want none of that, or do we? While she has put out another mixtape and a few singles here and there, time will tell if the public is ready to accept her in their good graces once again. What was your take on the situation? Let your fingers do the talking in the comments below. Alright, on to number 3. Number 3, Better. A very fitting title for her 4th album, as it indeed did better than the last one in sales, on the charts, and musically. Wasting no time in getting to the goods, A Couple of Forevers is a great showcase of Michele's sweet vocals over the OJ's classic music, Stairway to Heaven, followed by another familiar sounding enjoyable joint in Let Me In. Then she collaborates with DC's Wale once more, this time on the upbeat Rich Hipster. Additional good looks include Visual Love, the heartfelt You Mean That Much to Me, and Snow, which goes in the opposite direction of the former, as she cries out a warning of not getting close to someone with a heart as cold as hers. There are a couple of interludes sprinkled in that tie the story of the album together and aren't too long or obnoxious. However, the bottom half of Better doesn't hold up as strong as the top. Speaking on the 4 deluxe version tracks, all you really need to pay attention to is the Music Soul Child produced I'm Still Fly. Better was Chrisette's only release through the Motown label and peaked at number 2 and number 12 on the hip hop and R&B charts and Billboard 200 respectively. Number 2, Epiphany. If this were strictly a numbers game, then Chrisette's sophomore soundtrack would be at the top of this list, as it's still her highest selling record and sat atop both the Billboard 200 and hip hop and R&B charts. But it's not, so 2009's Epiphany stands firm in 2nd place. Flipping the approach on the production side, most of Epiphany's music is courtesy of Chuck Harmony. The Rodney Darkchild Jerkin produced Playing Our Song is sure to be one of those songs you gotta put on replay, and the all-star produced All I Ever Think About is nice as well. But easily the strongest song on the album is a smooth piano-laced What You Do featuring Ne-Yo, which is even more replay worthy. He did some additional co-writing on the project in good fashion on the title track, but not so much on the final two songs, Porcelain Doll and I'm Okay. And if you were hoping to find the ever charismatic DJ Khaled on another one, well, remember, this came out in 2009, not 2019, so no DJ Khaled. But to throw it back even further, we do get some Say My Name type vibes, lyrically anyway, over an acoustic guitar. Although it could never overtake her debut project, Epiphany was still a step in the right direction for the Long Island, New York native. If it's been a minute since you pulled this one out, you know what to do. Number 1, I Am. Before Chrisette Michele Payne seemingly arrived out of nowhere in 2007 with her debut project I Am, the young singer-songwriter did some guest vocals on former rivals Jay-Z and Nas on their Kingdom Come and Hip Hop Is Dead albums respectively. After that, her Grammy-nominated debut single If I Have My Way dropped, ready to be added to your favorite late-night playlist. The Babyface touch was added to Best of Me and Your Joy, the latter being a loving ode to her father that every proud papa could only wish for their daughter to make about them one day. Definitely a highlight on the album. And before Ne-Yo had that big hit about loving Miss Independent, Chrisette said that she could be your sugar mama because she got her own on Good Girl. Be Okay featuring the Black Eyed Peas' Will I Am is a hot one, so hot that it earned her sole Grammy win in 2009 for Best Urban Performance. Using some Bob Marley to season up the track surely helped without question. But where Michelle really shines are on her ballads, especially on Love Is You with John Legend behind the 88 keys, and Golden as she croons about being ready for love and commitment in the sweetest way possible. Chrisette makes a claim on Let's Rock that she's been studying the likes of Billie, Ella, and Natalie, and after listening to this wonderful debut, you don't have much of a reason to doubt her. And that's gonna wrap it up for this list today. Let us know in the comments below if you agree with the order or how do you rank them yourself, and who else do you like to see on the R&B side. Once again, I'm QB for Culturalist Theory. Hit those like, subscribe, and share buttons, and we'll catch you in the next one.